We often hear people tell us that we are energy and that everything around us is energy. But in this experience, everything seems pretty solid and not what we are taught energy is. So, what does it mean when we say we are energy? Hey, how you going, guys? Campbell here from the Spiral Up channel, where we talk about practical spirituality that you can use every day to bring out more of your potential and to create more of the life that you so deserve. So energy, what do we mean? What do I mean when I say your energy? Because I definitely say that a lot. You are energy, everything is energy. The chair you're sitting on that seems very solid is energy. So the deal is there's been many experiments, but when you look into quantum physics is basically the study of anything that is smaller than an atom, so subatomic particles, and these are classified as a general, all the subatomic particles are called quanta, and that's where we get quantum physics. So it's a study of things that are smaller than the atom. And when you get down to subatomic physics and looking at subatomic particles, what they find is that basically it's 99.999 recurring percent space. So we've all heard about a molecule, a molecule. We have proteins, electrons, and a nucleus in an atom. We have the protein, positive and negative charges running around a central core, and that's the atom. And when you look at the atom, the actual bits that make up the atom are just the nucleus and the protons and neutrons and electrons, and their physical presence in the atom is literally the 0.00001 recurring. So it's 99.999 recurring. What we are told is space. Science calls it space. They actually call it nothing. They call it the void. But I think, to anyone who can really think critically, to think that everything that we see, hear and experience is 99% nothing, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So to me, that 99% is the everything. It's energy. It's again, whatever you want to put, whatever word you want to put on that: God, nature, the field, energy, spirit, vibration, frequency, whatever it is, that's what makes everything up. That 99% is everything, and that energy is the energy that binds and animates all, and that's why we have life down here. Without that energy, we'd just have lumps of protons and electrons, I guess. So we are energy, and so what that means is everything around us is energy, and thought vibrations are one of the highest frequencies of energy. So everything is energy at vibration or frequency. So the more solid something is, the slower the frequency. And things like sound, voice, thoughts that we can't see are a very high, high frequency of vibration. And thoughts are obviously up there. They're a very high frequency of vibration, and so they affect all the other vibrations. All vibrations affect all other ones, but the higher frequencies, like thought that we can control, actually affect the other energy around us. And it's just, we see this, and it's we're taught these laws, like attracts like, and this is what happens is, if you think of, everything is really electromagnetic. And so when you go to touch a table and you say, well, that doesn't sound like energy, what that is, why you can feel that it's solid, is if you can imagine when you have two magnets and you're putting, two positive sides together and they repel. And if you, look into physics, it says that you never actually touch anything. You're only actually touching the field, which is that electromagnetic field, which is repelling your energy. That's why it feels solid. But when two things are, aligned, they attract each other. Magnets, I know it's a bit different, that positive and positive repel, and positive and negative attract. But as far as frequency and energy, what we give out and what we put out as a thought vibration is what we attract back. So we've seen this, we all know people like this who walk around and their whole life, oh, everything's bad, everything's hard, I never have enough money, there's only bills, why is life so hard? Bad things happen to me all the time. And what happens? They never have any money. Bad things always happen to them. They have a hard time. Because that's what they're putting out. So that's what they're getting back. We also know people, and we've all seen people who are always happy. And good things always come to them to make them more happy. And this is how it works, is the energy, whatever you focus on grows. These kind of statements are, where attention goes, energy flows. As we sow, so shall we reap. These are all talking about energy. What we give out is what we get back. So I've kind of, again, gone off track there, but this is why everything is energy, and why when we believe the world is physical, it's very hard, to get life working for us. The way I look at it is, you can be active, you can be proactive, or you can be a victim. You can act, or you can react. So, most people are reactive, and they react to the physical world because they think that the way to change their experience is to move things around in the physical world. But this doesn't really work, and you really just need to look out in the world and talk to people, to understand this, that it doesn't work. So many people, because what they're focusing on is what they don't want. They're focusing on, I don't have enough money, so I need to do this to get more money. And because it's all physical. But and like I said, you're kind of a victim then, because all you can do is react to the situations you find yourself in. But when you learn to act, to stop, to think, to center, and then to act, on your own thoughts, rather than to just be in a subconscious reactive, thought sort of position. When you consciously act, then you're doing something different. For starters, you're thinking, you're making decisions which put you on a different path to everyone else around you. But also it means that you understand that you're the boss. You get to change things. So it's not like, oh, this has happened, so I now have to do this. It's, oh, that's happened, that's interesting. What do I want? How do I change this to what I want? And that's how you react, because it's all energy. And your thoughts are affecting what's around you. And when you come from that position, you understand you're a creator, and you're creating what's around you, and you're creating your reality just as everyone else is. And a lot of people don't like this. When you say to people, you create your reality, I mean, what it's really saying is everything's your fault, isn't it? And it's interesting that if you say this to someone who's really happy and having the life that they want, they'll go, yep, everything's my fault for sure, because they know they created that. But when people are having a hard time and they're not creating what they want, that they don't like to hear that. And believe me, I was there. It took me, probably 18 months to a couple of years trying to work this out and wrap my head around it. And I knew innately that it was true, but it's just getting through, the great pretender, right? The mind, the conscious mind, and all the programming that's there, and the ego. Is it really my fault? And that's another place that you need to sort of get to if you want to be able to grow, is understand that things are your fault. Because then you can change them. If they're not your fault, then what do? You're a victim, right? You're stuck. But if it is your fault, you can take, ownership, and you can take control, and you can change things. I've lost my track of thought. So, so we are energy. We create our own reality through the way that we act. because we have thoughts, which is the first point that we need to focus on, and focus on acting rather than reacting. Make different thoughts that will give us different actions. We will act differently, that will make us feel differently. We'll give out a different vibration, and we will attract different things back. So that's my explanation of energy. Bit convoluted, maybe roundabout, but yeah, everything's energy. And it's you can prove this scientifically. You go back through all the books on philosophy, theosophy, religion, etc. They all say the same thing. We are energy at vibration. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Thank you for spending some of your time with me, and I'll talk to you on the next upload. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.